Hey guys, I'm sorry I'm not there today. My mom woke up not feeling well, so I'm going to have to take her to the doctor, but I figured I'd record the lesson real quick for you to watch. Make sure to take notes. Um, really write these questions down and how to work them out. You will still have your quiz tomorrow, Friday, when I get back. So this is your last day of angles. We'll be going over supplementary, complementary, vertical, and adjacent again. Let's look at that vocabulary real quick. Remember to look in your notes for your booklet if you need it. Remember a vertical angle vertical angles are opposite each other and they are equal. Complementary angles equal 90 degrees. Remember, don't assume it's complementary. It has to tell you or show you with the right angle box. Supplementary angles are 180 degrees and they are straight lines. Let's go ahead and look at our next slide. First question. This is the first example you want in your notebooks. You're going to want one of these and one of our word problems today, at least. So angle GHJ and angle JHK are adjacent angles. Remember, adjacent means that they are beside each other. GHK measures 73. So notice it tells you that the whole thing is 73 degrees. So that means just like we were doing yesterday, you're going to add up both angles and equal them to 73. So it's going to look something like this. X plus 2 plus 3x plus 3 equals 73. So go ahead and take a second to combine like terms and solve your problem. Okay, now that I've given you a second to do that, remember you're combining like terms using the sign in front of it. So I have these. So I'm going to go ahead and do x plus 3x is 4x. Remember, there's an invisible 1 in front of the x, plus 5 equals 73. From here, we keep going. So now I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. 73 minus 5 is 68. Bring down that 4x. And then we divide by 4 on both sides. So x equals 17. Now let's go and read the question. It says, what is the measure of a GHJ? So GHJ is x plus 2. So we have not finished answering the question. We have to take this and bring it up here. So 17 plus 2. And that'll give us 19. So angle GHJ is 19. which is B. Remember, you can pause the video at any time if I'm going too fast or if you need to copy something down. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next problem. This says, the larger of two complementary angles is 10 degrees more than the smaller angle. What is the degree measure of the larger angle? So let's go in and take a look. Remember, you should be writing this one down. So pause it, write it down, and then continue the video. Two complementary angles. And what it means by that is just like yesterday. It's a complementary angle that's made up of two angles, angle 1 and angle 2, the larger and the smaller one. So it says the larger is 10 degrees more than the smaller. So we have our smaller and our larger. It doesn't tell us what the smaller one is. So the smaller one is going to be X. The larger is 10 degrees more than. Remember, when we have more than, that means you're going to have that X plus 10. Just like if it says less than, it's going to be 10, X minus 10. So we have X plus 10 and X. And knowing it's a complementary angle, it equals to 90. So we have X plus 10 plus X equals 90. Go ahead and take a second to solve. Then we combine like terms, so we have X plus X is 2X plus 10 equals 90. We subtract 10, gives us 80, so 2X equals 80, and then we divide by 2, which gives us 40. So X is 40. Let's go back to that question. And it says, what is the measure of the larger angle? So the larger angle is X plus 10. So that would be 40 plus 10 equals 50. So our larger angle is 50 and our smaller angle is 40. So our answer is B, 50. You got to remember to always go back, read the question, and answer what it's asking you. Let's go ahead and look at question number 3. Angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary. Angle 1 measures 2x plus 15, and angle 2 measures 49. What is the value of x? Okay, so again, we have angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary. So that means I have my complementary angle made up of two angles. Angle 1 is 2x plus 15. Notice how it doesn't say angle NXW. It doesn't name them as letters. So this makes it a little bit easier to just kind of solve. And angle 2 measures 49. What is the value of x? So because they're complementary, again, remember you're equaling them to 90. So go ahead and take a second to write out your equation. Okay, so our equation should look like 2x plus 15 plus 49 equals 90. So we're going to go ahead and combine like terms. 15 plus 49 gives us 64 plus 2x equals 90. Then remember you subtract your 64 and it gives us 26. Let me write it up here because I ran out of space. So we have 2x equals, 26. I divide by 2 and it gives me x equals 13. So the question was asking for the value of x. We found that. So our answer is A. Now let's go ahead and look at our last question. It says two adjacent angles form a right angle. The larger angle is 3 times the measure of the smaller. Which is the measure of the larger angle? Okay, so we know adjacent angles are angles that are next to each other and they form a right angle. So same as before, we're creating a right angle. Two angles are next to each other. We have the larger and the smaller. So smaller and larger. It says the larger is 3 times the measure of the smaller. Well, do we know how much the smaller one measures? So think about what you can label the smaller angle. Once you've labeled the smaller one, now the larger one is 3 times that. How could you write that out? Go ahead and take a second to write down what you would label the smaller and the larger angle. Okay, so the smaller one would be x, and then 3 times that would be 3x. So I have 3x and x. And because it's a right angles equal 90 degrees. So 3x plus x equals 90. Now go ahead and combine like terms and solve. Okay, so when we combine like terms, we get 4x equals 90. Then we're going to divide by 4. Remember, it's not dividing by 4x. All you want to get rid of is the 4. So you're dividing by 4. So x equals 22.5. So now remember, you got to go back and read that question. It says, what is the measure of the larger angle? The larger angle is 3x. So you have to plug your answer in. So 3x is now going to be 3 times 22.5. And that gives us 67.5 as our answer. Okay, so make sure that you've copied all of this down. And then go ahead and work on your classwork. I'm going to go ahead and have a short video for how to do the classwork as well, just in case anyone has questions about it.